it is me, Johnson Chan, and yeah, I do want to be recording actually because it's Bitcoin Clown World. So it's really early morning, 8:15 a.m. Yeah, it's still actually hot and humid, so I have my shirt off, so that's why there's no camera. And let me make sure display capture is off because I've been dealing with the trademark crap over the weekend, and I'm emotionally and mentally getting better at it. So I think whatever happens, happens. I mean, I've got to learn to accept that these problems are going to happen. I mean, it would be a lot easier if the USPTO was actually freaking doing something. All right, they've been really slow. So they're gonna actually open in 15 minutes, and the holiday weekend that was just sudden really has not helped things either. So I'm gonna hopefully try to get things speeding along today. So that's why I'm doing the video early now. Now let's see. All right. So basically, cryptocurrencies right now are just dying. They're tanking like crazy. Now I've been looking to see if there's anything fundamental, and there actually is. It's actually China. Like, yeah, I mean, technically it's China FUD, but it's actually real China FUD this time. Before we get into that, though, the equity markets look pretty solid. I still haven't really seen is the 10-year yield updating yet? We need to know what the 10-year yield is. Because commodities and everything else is going up, including the equity markets. And the dollar is actually slightly down. Where is it? DX, yeah. So the dollar is actually slightly down. So that's actually really good, right? Because if we look at the technical chart for the DXY, and load it up here, you'll see, which is the one that they let me have for free. Yeah, you'll see that it's already been at a bottom, then the RSI is getting a lot higher, and then, has it even published today yet? Today's the 21st. Yeah, it hasn't published today's candle, but basically it's going to be a red candle down here. So it looks like a classic top and then heading back down. So at least it's stabilizing. And I also found out that the reason why the dollar was gaining strength was because the Federal Reserve was actually, I think they call it a reverse repo or something like that. But basically what they did was they bought back and removed 800 billion or something like that with a B, US dollars from circulation. So that's actually what was strengthening the dollar because you have less dollars in circulation, and it completely tanked commodity prices. Because that's the Federal Reserve's way of manipulating the markets so that they can like affect prices. In this case, they wanted commodity prices to drop and tank, and apparently they did because of inflation. It's actually a pretty remarkable situation, but that also just showcases why we don't want it to be in a centralized system like that, because that's exactly what happens. Like, you and I don't have any effect on the economic system. We're just slaves. So but that's why we have cryptocurrencies. Now, with that being said, fundamentally things are looking very good, right? And if the markets go up, that means eventually Bitcoin and crypto will go up. However, we do have to deal with this, right? So I've been looking around, and I see the thing is, if I didn't have to deal with the trademark thing, I also want to go over how to earn 100 to 1200% using the DeFi stuff, right? But I think that's going to require like a separate video. So I think when I live stream later, I'm going to make that. Actually, yeah, I'll probably make the stream later today an additional. So you're going to get 2 Bitcoin Clown World videos today. It's actually going to be pretty good. But that means we're not going to watch Greg Menner, because I need to keep the video short. So for now, I just want to focus on the China FUD, which is actually real China FUD. And then I also popped over to Adobe Wan's Twitter, because she's actually pretty good with Bitcoin in China specifically. She's like an expert on that. So, but I was like, I didn't really understand like half of what it said. Just was like, whatever. Alright, so anyway, we do want to go over. I don't know we want to read this article, to be honest. Block. Deny. Just in case I might miss something. So let's see, what did I write here? Yeah, so China really is actually kicking out all their Bitcoin miners. So this is both good and bad. It's bad in the case that in the short run, obviously, crypto just dies. Look, I mean, Bitcoin's already at 32.4K. So, it's basically just going to be a complete shit show for a while. Well, even Shiba Coin is actually doing well. Yeah, B chain is pretty bad too. Yeah, wow, 8.4. This is actually worse than what I bought it at. The good news is I actually over the weekend, I didn't actually tweet this out, but over the weekend I actually changed out all my stuff for Pancake Swap. So now I only hold Shiba Coin and Pancake Swap. Um, let's see, where's Pancake? Yeah, it's actually doing pretty well compared to everyone else who's taking more negative numbers. Yeah, so basically you could just expect more pain and suffering and whatever. Um, let's see. But yeah, so in the short term it sucks. Yeah. So how much further down can it go? Probably I don't know. I would say no lower than 25,000, I think. Because Bitcoin and crypto clearly wants to go up, but the problem is China is still like screwing up the cryptocurrency markets. Now the good news is eventually they're going to run out of ways to screw up the cryptocurrency markets because there's just not going to be any more Bitcoin miners left in China, right? So this is actually like normally China's pretty good and smart with stuff like this, but this is actually a really bad move for China. Like they are literally empowering the rest of the world against China because now all the benefits of Bitcoin and other crypto mining is just going to be like going out everywhere else, which works for me, right? Which works for you and me, right? I mean, yeah, it'll strengthen the Western world, but it'll also strengthen Mexico and South America, who are eventually going to try to break off from the global tribal banking scam anyway. So, so in the medium and the long term, this is extremely good for Bitcoin crypto because eventually China FUD will go away because, well, guess what? China's already banned crypto essentially, so they don't have any more ways to screw it up because everyone's already moved out of China already. Now that being said, I don't think they're cracking down on like Bitmain, which makes these Bitcoin miners. So at least China can still manufacture Bitcoin miners and then just export it to the world. So, and at this point, I'm pretty sure Bitmain has already figured out that they probably need to set up shop somewhere else so that when China does, decide to be an asshole towards Bitmain, uh, they can, they'll already have a backup plan. Because according to Dovey1, I didn't retweet it, but China has also been going after Alibaba and Tencent and other tech companies. Unlike here in this fucking country where our government just embraces tech censorship and increases, the power of tech companies, China actually is doing the opposite and trying to, make it fair for the small guy and the small business. Now, if I were China, I would not be this crazy towards Bitcoin mining, but obviously I don't run the CCP, so. But anyway, let me see. And then I said that means Bitcoin crypto prices are going to be shit for the next couple of weeks. So I was hoping that this week would be the great week. However, I didn't anticipate China actually just going full ham and it's like, yeah, just ban it all. Right? Like because usually they've said that before and then they don't do anything. So it's just like all talk, no walk, or all talk, no walk. And oh wow, yeah, they killed them all. Nice. So I was just playing EverQuest. So anyway, yeah, but this time around they're actually putting they're putting their money where their mouth is. So, one thing yeah, so I guess we don't really need to open this. But yeah, and then also, and then I assume that China's probably actually going to start restricting the actual, because they've always said that financial institutions should not do crypto, but they do it anyway, and then they kind of can, and then blah blah blah, and then China will just kind of whiffle waffle. I guess that's the word I'm using. Well, this time they actually seem like they're serious, so yeah, it's going to be kind of shitty. Now, that being said, Texas Bitcoin miner. Let me see if there are any news articles about this, because this is going to be, and a whole lot of them could be heading to Texas, but this is from 5 days ago. To Texas and Florida. Okay, I might want to, actually, I do probably want to read this. I want to see actual things, not speculation. Beta panic as crypto climate shifts. Okay, this one is 1 day ago. Okay, so let's actually go with this. Chinese crackdown leads to Bitcoin miners attack. Okay, CNBC after hours. Alright, I don't care about the Fed. I want them out ASAP. Severe crack Bitcoin. Saying, oh, it's done. The great mining we get. It could be a game changer for Texas. Yeah. Like, whoever gets all these Bitcoin miners is literally going to have, like, an easy, low-cost, low pollution thing, which obviously is now important to some people. It really isn't important to me. And low maintenance. Well, I shouldn't say low maintenance, but it's a lot easier and simpler because any idiot can maintain a Bitcoin farm. All right. If anything, you have to worry more about power outages, having a lot of people, you know, making sure the rooms are cool and there's electricity, and people don't steal it. You know, that's the only thing you have to worry about. You know, it's not like trying to run like a big creative company where you have like a million different things you have to think about. Money is entirely okay. Like Texas has some of the world's lowest energy prices. Share of renewables growing over time. 20% of power comes from wind. Well, that must be really bad for birds. Here's a stupid. Okay, so this article is completely worthless. All right, let's hope. Fuck. Yeah, I had a feeling this might happen. Let me see if we can get this for free somehow. Man, they took off the cash. Chinese banks promise to step up crypto ban. Alright. Ah, man. Oh, okay. I was able to get past it, I think. Alright. Bitcoin miners exit China beat a path to America. Okay. Go away. Yeah, okay. Yang Zhuor became a multimillionaire a few years ago by operating the most lucrative mines in China. Bitcoin, okay. He had 300,000 computers humming around the clock in 20 special events. Fast on is winding down China. He and several China who became billionaires off Bitcoin mining are considering shipping their equipment to Texas and Tennessee. Well, oh, so Tennessee is also working on it too. For years, Chinese miner like Yang was enabled by the glut of cheap and often dirty electricity in China, where a massive fleet of coal-fired plant hydroelectric dams fuel and could rise in industrial heat at their height in 20 Okay, so everyone went to China because of their cheap power. See, the problem is China does have an actual pollution problem, so that's also another reason why Beijing is cracking down on this shit. But this year, Chinese authorities are cracking down on crypto, dial back and trying to meet their climate goals, sending miners scattering, increasing. Yeah, I don't believe in the climate goal shit. But I mean, again, this is just Western shit. So of course they're gonna be like, oh, you know, everything's gotta be a shit-lit point of view, and it's just so aggravating. Let's see. They even went after the. That's the the first article that I pointed to that we didn't read from France 24. China actually closed down all the Bitcoin miners in Sichuan or whatever province, and that's where they have that hydroelectric dam. Like, I think that's where the Three Gorges Dam is. So it's actually very clean. But China was just like, go after yourself, just close down. So like China really is just like, yeah, screw this. I can guarantee you that we're not going to want to use the digital yuan after this, right? Because it's going to be hyper centralized. It's just not going to work. Like, this is like, usually China's been pretty good all lately, you know, scoring victory after victory against the West. But this is actually the first time that China is actually making a very big mistake, right? And they're going to see what that's going to look like. So, yeah. It's too bad, too. You know, it would have been nice to have something to, you know, keep the Federal Reserve in check. And then while the two superpowers duke it out, you know, it'll allow us individuals to, you know, take back America. But, oh well. At least we'll get richer off of this shit eventually. So at least there's that. I also cared about how much local energies can handle. Okay, so Yang recently pulled tens of thousands of his region out of Chinese region, including Inner Mongolia, which is not fully only banned mining, but encouraged to call government to report illegal mining. You know they're getting serious when they are setting up snitching hotlines. Yeah, this is actually new. Like, China does not usually have a snitching hotline, but now, now it has. Yeah. So yeah, it's for real. This is like real China FUD finally. Unfortunately, too. Elsewhere in China, Xinjiang region and 3 major provinces. I've also been okay. Okay. The Sutton chill Chinese executive predict will only deepen. China has appeared uneasy not only about the carbon footprint, but also the inability to control crypto. Okay, as remote mining in countries in like the U.S. Okay. Yamuzu, the co-founder of Bella Proga, cryptocurrency banking service provider, said Chinese who see the writing on the wall have been trying for years to migrate countries such as Iran, Kazakhstan. In the past year, interest has grown in countries that have not only cheap power, but also stable political regimes, mature regulation, and better policy support. Alright, so that's why U.S. and Canada have been picking up. But the arrival of industrial-scale mining in U.S. communities could raise the same thorny issues with the question of technology's environmental impact. Well, that's fine. Just move to North Dakota, where fracking is still a thing, I think. Move to Florida and move to Texas. And then they'll just have all the money in the world. Right? You don't need that much space to do this. Yeah. Finally, longer energy history. Okay, so now they're trying to do this energy consumption FUD shit. So we'll skip that. Okay, either way, the growth of the U.S. crypto mining industry is expected to continue as larger investment funds are drawn in, especially if Bitcoin can return to its all-time near. Okay. In China, miners might not have somewhere to go anymore, and that they're thinking, how can I move some of my portfolio someplace else? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. A New York-based company that helps miners purchase tens of thousands of computers at once and assemble them in industrial locations, but it's not the Chinese. Right now, everyone's scrambling to get machines plugged in. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Oh, there's more to this article. This is a really... Colliers say you also have idea to convert real estate, such as abandoned aluminum factories that have electrical infrastructure capable of handling North Wine into Bitcoin farms. One anonymous Chinese miner, he feared political repercussions in China, said he predicted 60 to 70% of his peers would migrate their operations to America or Europe. See, that's exactly what I just said. He said he is building about 50 shipping containers to house his computers to plop onto an oil field in West Texas and breaking ground on a 33 megawatt site in Canada. Right now in China, everyone is scared shitless. Yeah, you should be. The question is not whether you pull out, but immediately or gradually, Mark. So he added that there were regulatory uncertainties in the West too. U.S. local communities don't necessarily like Bitcoin farms. We need to be aware of that. And they run a pile of risk because the biomedia might take a harsher stance on Bitcoin. See, that's why they're setting up the environmental bullshit, right? Because this is true, easy money that's decentralized, all right? And these government centralized powers, whether it's America or China, just doesn't like that for obvious reasons. Yang ticked off another disadvantage of expanding in the U.S. Too many environmental who worry about wildlife and the birds, he said. Too much white liberal idiocy, preoccupied with climate change, the signs of which he has doubted. U.S. electricity was 6 times more expensive than China, he estimated, and he would have to pay relatively high wages IT staff to keep the computers. Even so, Yang said he was considering 2 sites in Texas and Tennessee. Seems less risky than other places, including the Middle East, where he had operations shut down by authorities or Russia, where his colleagues expected to have been seized by corrupt police. Wow. I mean, El Salvador, like South America and Mexico really have a really solid... Well, I mean, I guess a lot of these guys aren't going to want to go to Mexico, but El Salvador is going to be a good spot. Right now, everywhere seems a safer bet than China, where areas can be mercurial and unforgiving. Changing government policy that suddenly forces out all miners, that would never happen in America, Yang said, is a capitalist system. That is where he is actually wrong. Alright? See, he's aware of the fact of white liberal idiocy, as he calls it. Right? But he doesn't realize they actually have a lot more power than he thinks. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So, medium and long term, this is very good. In the short term, though, like we're talking like maybe a month or two, which really sucks because that means we're gonna have to endure this shit price for a while. I mean, at least I'll be able to live off of like DeFi, pancake swap, and stuff. I know I'm gonna go over that in a separate video, which will be after the markets close, because that's when I usually do another live stream. But this time I'll make an additional Bitcoin Clown World video. So you guys gonna get a lot of good content here. Yeah. All right, it's 8:35, so I need to go. So I have to call up the stupid USPTO and probably be on hold for a while. So hopefully, I can get the ball rolling on there. I do want to tweet this out though. Uh, let's see. Uh, A9 Bitcoin miner in China says his colleagues. For some reason, I thought there was a Q in the in colleagues. Let's just buff that. A9 Bitcoin miner in China says his colleagues have been moving to America and Europe, just like I predicted they would. He also wants to come here, but he worries about like liberal idiocy, Yeah, I need to make sure I don't get banned. I mean, I probably would be fine, but oh, if only he knew. Oh, if only he truly, he truly knew. Alright, let's put that there. Hold on, I'm gonna go on Gap, put this out there. Alright, so, I don't know, I got like a bunch of crap that I have to deal with, but in the meantime, believe it or not, I would probably not want to buy crypto right now. I would actually I would wait on this China FUD to shake itself out. I also forgot to mention the stupid death bear cross thing, but I don't like that simply because it's just stupid. Those death crosses, so-called, are always driven by fundamentals, so that's why this is more important, right? Because there are also situations where the death cross literally does nothing, and in fact, markets always recover right after. So, yeah, so that kind of sucks. I was hoping things would go up so it might actually look like cryptocurrency might actually extend the next year, which just would make this a complete nightmare. Um, so, man, I really don't want to be holding like multi-million-dollar positions in November when it does look like it might go way beyond that for like many more months after that. That is just going to be a nightmare scenario, but I guess we'll just worry about it then. All right, so I better cut this short. It's 23 minutes. So I will be back later today after the markets close, and then we'll go over how to earn, off of DeFi. I'll show you what it is. Pancake Swap, and Merlin Labs. I think it's this one, right? And then we go to I think it's pools. Right, and here you can see auto compounding of cake. Now, actually, the APY has finally gone up because everyone is just dumping their coins, right? Because the price is dropping like crazy. But basically, you get a 107% here, and you get a bunch of other stuff here. So, like this DeFi stuff has just gotten so much better. In fact, I should be sitting on several $100,000 if I just simply have done this at the beginning of the year instead of saying buying VeChain, right? It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And then the one I'm using now, when I found out from Merlin Labs, was okay. That's not right. I don't even understand how they're able to, like this is actually a trademark violation, unless it's actually owned by the same people. Let me see. I just want to go to their site, Merlin Lab. Right, and then here, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm in the auto compounding cake. I'm trying to find out when this thing auto compounds, or if it already does it and it just doesn't tell me. You get paid in cake, 77.41%, and you get paid 110% plus extra in Merlin coin. All right, 23.50. So yesterday it was at like 26.50. And then the thing I'm looking at is this one, Merl BNB, Binance Coin and Merlin Coin. All right, I definitely want this sweet 1,310%. Merlin is backed by Beefy Finance, and obviously Binance Coin and Cake are are backed by Binance. So I think this is actually a very solid and legit project. The only thing, and I did some research, basically Merlin was suffering from flash loan hack attacks. Yeah, that's just more of like a natural vulnerability in smart contracts. It's not anything specific to Merlin. And obviously they'll just come up with ways to fix it. So and the worst thing that happened was that the price of Merlin just tanked. So we don't care because we're just converting it into something else. So, well, I don't care. And on top of it, it's no different than like a 51% attack from like, the Bitcoin mining world, right? Or proof of work, right? It doesn't actually prevent people from losing their money. It just is a way to manipulate the system so that like, you can just piss people off, right? But it's not like, hacking Bank of America and then stealing everyone's bank account info and stealing their money. It's nothing like that. Like this system was designed to resist that 100%. So, it's very exciting. It's very good. This is actually this is actually why I'm a lot less irritated now with the cryptocurrency price drops because I'm just gonna print money out of thin air. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So we'll go over that tonight because we need a whole video on that, and this thing's already gone way beyond. So I will see you all later. Need the thumbnail there. I will see you all later. In several hours. Now I gotta call the United States Trademark Office. So, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, spread the message, blah blah blah. You know the deal. Because I actually do want to grow this channel because I need it to help enforce my intellectual properties. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and